Hey everybody, welcome back to Jeff Bowles Central. We're checking out another video game for you today. This is Skull and Bones by Ubisoft. This is an open world multiplayer online pirate sim. Really more of a ship-to-ship combat sim action game kind of thing, more so than like straight up piracy in the sense that, the mechanics of this game Ubisoft directly pinched from their other series, Assassin's Creed, specifically Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and a couple other iterations of Assassin's Creed that followed thereafter that used kind of the same mechanics. Now, in Assassin's Creed, you can get off the ship. It's a seamless transition, no loading screens, and this was on PS4. It was pretty cool, actually. That was not a bad game. It's one of my favorite Assassin's Creeds. You can be off the ship in this game, as you can see here, but you cannot just seamlessly hop off your ship onto the pier and then get up into the hills or whatever. There's really not much to explore. There's really not much to see apart from the actual sailing and the ship combat. But you know what it is for a game that basically requires you to be a ship for 90% of all the playtime. For what it is, it's not actually that bad, okay? So this game has had a really long and kind of fraught development cycle, going all the way back to that Assassin's Creed Black Flag that I mentioned. And they've been trying to get it off the ground any number of times. Originally, it was supposed to be something more like Assassin's Creed, and then they scaled it way back, as I understand it. And then we're going to turn it into some kind of just basic PvP arena type pirate game. Then they got a new creative director just a few years ago, and they decided to kind of add more back into it and make it something kind of different. So you'd be forgiven for not really wanting to even try it, because first of all, Ubisoft kind of has a mediocre reputation amongst a lot of gamers. But second of all, because it had so much trouble. So I'm here to tell you it's not so bad. It's actually kind of fun. And again, these ship mechanics, as you can see, it's beautiful. But as the ship mechanics, the play style, the actual combat and stuff, is pretty cool. I think the biggest downside, however, if I may, and I may because this is my video, who else is going to may? The biggest downside is that there's not tons of story to chew through, and that there's not much variety to the different types of activities you'll be doing. And since this is a live service game, if the story doesn't really last all that long, and then you're stuck in endgame with not that even much to do variety-wise, kind of a problem, kind of a longevity thing. So that's, to me, that's kind of the main issue with it. When you're engaging in the story, you kind of just talk to NPCs in a very static manner. You can kind of shuffle through what they say, so you can get through it quicker. And me and my wife played this with me. We played this in co-op. A lot of fun in co-op, by the way, when you're taking on ships, as a team. It's a lot of fun. But the thing is that these NPCs are just boring, and the story is kind of non-existent to boring. Really, the only reason to be doing this is for the combat. So that's kind of what you need to know about this game. The other thing you need to know is that since it's a live service game, there are currencies aplenty. Oh, there's only 3 currencies in this game, thank God, compared to some of the other modern live service games where there's like 20 or whatever. The thing is that the cosmetics look great, and they're not exorbitantly expensive. Like we just reviewed on Jeff Bowles Central. We just checked out the Suicide Squad game, the new Suicide Squad game. They wanted at least $10 for a single skin. This is at least a little bit more. It's a little bit more reasonable. And the other thing is that you can actually earn plenty of cosmetics through through the actual in-game currency, just the silver that you use. So again, it's like, I have to say, like, it's a $70 game. We didn't pay $70. We got it in the Ubisoft Plus. Would I recommend it for $70? Man, I think I'd struggle to. But the thing about Ubisoft, I think that you know, in the long run, say what you will about the quality of their games, that they're average. At least they support their stuff. At least they keep it going. At least they keep new content going. As I understand it, there is quite a few content packs planned already for this thing. So talking about the variety, it's almost always like, piracy, plunder these ships, or sack this fort, or the story, the one of the main story elements is this John Spurlock character, and he has you do some things like imitate him and imitate his colors and stuff. But really, you're ransacking, you're shooting, you're looting. You can outfit your ships, other than just cosmetics, with all sorts of different weaponry. Anything from basic Culver's cannons to bombard cannons to mortar shots to javelins and stuff like that. And then, of course, the real treat, if you ask me, apart from the gameplay itself, it sounds like I'm really positive about this game. It's just because I have so much fun with it. I really love Black Flag, so as I've said, so whatever. I really like the style of the gameplay. Like I said, there are negatives to it, so I'm not gonna just praise it. But the cool thing is the shipbuilding, is the actual different vessels and how they behave a little bit differently, the different speeds that they have, the different buffs that they have, because the more you modify your vessels, the more they raise in level, and the more you actually get to get bonuses and stuff, including to your teammates or your party members. They have small vessels, medium vessels, large vessels, and they have such great control attitude, and the finding of all the different parts to make them. You can trade for stuff, you can plunder other ship and trade routes, and I had this one really exotic experience where I was trying to get this guy right here. That's good timing. Trying to get this guy right here, this ship, and I had to sail an inferior ship clear across the ocean. I mean, it was a pretty long sail. It's a pretty big map. There's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of ships, a lot of scenery. And I had to sail for a good 20 minutes to get to another pirate cove to set up operations so that I could scour the local environment to find the elements to build that ship. It was cool. Like, that was kind of a little mini odyssey. So it sounds like I'm super praiseworthy of this game. I did like it. I did like the experience. I am concerned about the longevity, ultimately, because there's not that much variety and there's not that much story. But I think more probably will be coming. So I'm going to give Skull and Bones a 7 out of 10. That's my score. I'm sticking to it. Not a bad pirate game. Better than I thought it'd be. Do us a favor, like and subscribe. Jeff Bowles Central. Hit the notification bell. Oh, yeah. Be my buddy. Be my friend. Yeah. Okay. Do me a favor, everybody. This is my newest musical release, Audiophile One. It is a remastered, resequenced, remade version of my first album that I put out, I guess about 4 years ago now. I always wanted it to sound a little bit better. I always wanted it to flow a little bit better, so that's what I've done here. You can check this out. Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, even here on YouTube. That's it. That's all I gotta say. I am spent, or spient. Is that the French? No, that sounds more German. A spinta. That's the Italian. Sorry if I just offended people.